Now, before we welcome in Mark McKinnon, let's watch this Trump rally clip from his great Showtime show, The Circus.
I've never seen a crowd like this in 30 years of politics. It's more like a rock concert.
Something between a Rolling Stone concert and a church revival.
We had 31,000 RSVPs to this event. We only had 8,500 people inside. It's unbelievable.
We spent a lot of time in Florida. Why is Florida important?
Well, it's the third biggest state in the country. When we win it, it pretty well locks up the presidency.
Right.
Please welcome the next president of the United States, Mr. Donald J. Trump.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that massive crowd was not there to see the man in the hat, who is our next guest, Mark McKinnon. They were there to see Donald Trump. But Mark McKinnon, former media advisor for President George W. Bush, he is the executive producer and co-host of The Circus, inside the greatest political show on earth. It is an amazing show. It airs Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern on Showtime, and it's on demand as well. Mark, welcome back, sir.
Hey, glad to be in the chair. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Tell us what's coming up this Sunday. I mean, it changes moment to moment, but what are you planning on?
Well, this is just stunning. When we first decided to do the series, we were going to have 26 episodes, and my first response was, my gosh, there's going to be weeks where there's just nothing happening. That has never happened. The only challenge we've had is, every week we have 5 hours of material, and we can only get to do a 30-minute show. So, and this week has been just a spectacular example of that. We were actually going to be off this week, and then the tapes happened, the debate happened, and Showtime said, okay, here's more money, get back out there. And so we'll be up from now through the end of the election.
Good.
And we captured all of this week, which, as you know, is just not just every day, but every hour there's been a new development.
Right. There's more WikiLeaks documents from Podesta that are out today, which they haven't even gone through yet.
Right,
let me ask you, I know you watched it earlier today, Donald Trump with the speech in Florida saying that the latest sexual allegations are totally and absolutely false. He addressed them in detail. What do you make of the speech he gave?
Well, it was a full-throated denial, and he kind of, as you said, picked them off one by one. And, there's certainly, an appreciable rationale for what he appears to be saying. I mean, his sort of accounts sound believable as a defense anyway, at least the ones that he addressed specifically. So it becomes a he said, she said situation without other witnesses. The greater question for that is just, does it become kind of a Cosby situation where the fact that some women have come out sort of gives the signal that it's okay for other women to come out, if there are, that's a big if. But at the same time, as you said, the WikiLeaks email stories have been, in some ways, I think unfairly dwarfed by a lot of this other news, because there's a lot of news in those emails, and, that has to do with, talking about Catholics and, sort of, in many ways, as Democrats often do, very sort of elitist attitudes about different constituency groups. And so, as you said, there's a whole other WikiLeaks dump this morning. And so, I think what's going to happen, Steve, for the next, couple, probably till the end of the campaign, is there will be other women and there will be other emails, and it's going to kind of be emails and women. It's going to be sex. It's going to be sex and emails for 3 weeks.
Sex and emails. All right. Now, when he also said that the Clinton campaign, Hillary's nothing without the media, and the Clinton campaign is in cahoots. Now, some of these emails certainly showed us John Harwood, the Univision chairman, Donna Brazile to CNN, and a whole list of other New York Times letting Hillary choose quotes, etc. Is there too cozy, and that's putting it lightly in my mind, a relationship between the Clinton campaign and the media?
Well, sure. What I would say broadly is that while I think more than anything what the media feeds on is conflict, but I do know, and not just intuitively, but I've been working in this business for 30 years. Most reporters are Democrats. I don't know the exact number, but it's probably 70 or 80%. And there's a natural bias and inclination. But more to the point on this. This is just, I know how this works with campaigns, having worked with President Bush and McCain and others, that there's a kind of back and forth with the media. And if you have the power to control access, then you can manipulate the media. And that's clearly what the Clinton campaign has done, because they know that reporters want access. And in return for access, they've asked and in some cases received preferential treatment, meaning They could, in some cases, for example, determine what quotes went in the piece.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of that's very powerful manipulation. It's subtle, but it's very real.
What about the? I know you got to go. What about the Donald Trump doubled down in his speech and said he's going to sue the New York Times? That's not an easy suit. The Times says bring it on. Do you think that will come to fruition?
I doubt it, and because of one word, and the word is discovery. And for those in your audience who may not know what that is, I mean, that's just the legal.
All right, we lost Mark McKinnon. I knew he had to go, but I didn't know he would be forced out. So anyway, Mark McKinnon, executive producer, co-host of The Circus. It's Inside the Greatest Political Show on Earth, and it airs Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern on Showtime and on demand. And when we come back, Pat Boone, legendary singer, and Bill Donahue of the Catholic League will be here. Both of them. Don't go away.